A little while back I was asked if I could drop a video listing the very best platinums that you can earn in under 10 hours. So after a very sciencey research investigation where I went and played a ton of short plats other hunters believe are great, to see for myself which short awesome platinums I think are the true goats. So here are the 10 best platinums you can earn in under 10 hours, and in a twist from my usual long drawn out gibberish, I'm doing them all in 10 minutes. 10 plats, 10 hours in 10 minutes, so let's go.
Starting with a full-on Larry who assures us all that wet dreams don't dry. But I promise you they do. They crossed, in fact. And this one is in here because every time I put a clip of Larry's exploits in a video, I get asked what game said footage comes from. So this pervy plat is for you. But Larry isn't just a lewd loner looking for love, he's actually gaming royalty. In fact, I'd wager that old Larry here has probably been in gaming longer than you've been able to hold a controller. The clueless Lothario has wowed over 10 million gamers since his original incarnation way back in 1987. But we're not here to visit the land of lounge lizards. We're here because in the modern reboot, Larry's Wet Dreams Don't Dry, to become a rock star you will have to play through the story at least 1.5 times and use some clever sneaky saves along the way to pop off missables found in alternative timelines based on your choices. But these are all funny as hell if you're as childish as me and Zach, and there is nothing hard or strenuous in this 5 or 6 hour pinnacle of pervy plat.
Phlegathon. Is it a Doom ripoff or a Wolfenstein clone? Or is it both? Brilliant 90s retro-style FPS, Phlegathon has you venture across the fabled river of the Greek underworld. It earned the name the River of Fire as it runs burning hot, with soul-consuming lava that gifts the true death to any who touch it. But not you just respawn at the last checkpoint. Yes, the game looks low budget and possibly grubby, but it's meant to, emulating the glorious visuals and tone of those classic 90s shooters. My opinion, it's a genuinely fun and passionately made game that isn't plain sailing and requires a tad more than a smidge of focus. Equally far from the land of grubby games as it is from the height of red rage inducing 10 out of 10s. A nice and average 4 out of 10 difficulty. The problem is that ammo is incredibly limited, and using the wrong ammo on the wrong enemy is like trying to stab a stone golem with a marshmallow. So you need to learn which weapons kill what and not spunk all your good ammo on seemingly tough bosses that suck up grenades like Kirby sucks up enemies. Tip: use the David and Goliath approach. Conquer this demon-filled Nazi hellhole in around 6 hours and you will platinum Phlegathon. Oh, what a wasted plat name, that is so lame. Cyberpunk shooter Foreclosed comes gift-wrapped in a glorious comic book style aesthetic with a vibrant palette of pinks and purples that helps create a sense of neo-futuristic mystery. The environments are small and this works to the game's advantage, increasing engagement with the story and gameplay as it limits exploration. Much of the game is spent either stealthing around areas or tactically approaching how to clear a room full of enemies or survive an onslaught. Keeping you almost locked into the story path like an old Sonic game, it keeps the gameplay tempo pretty high, which I found to really draw me into it. It utilises a comic book panel transition that really adds to the vibe of the game. It's just a really cool, cohesive style throughout. The gameplay itself could be a bit better, and if the platinum took longer than 5 hours then it would get pretty stale. But for the short time the story and the platinum takes, it does work. Unfortunately, the collectibles are missable and buggy. If you die collecting them, then they don't register, but don't respawn when you do. Advice would be to close the game as soon as you die and reload. Hopefully you'll do so in time for it to have never have happened. Story trophies, the usual upgrade related trophies and a load of accumulative kill trophies you'll have to spam chapter select to earn, but these won't take more than a few runs on the last level. After all, the plat is a maximum of 5 hours. Easy on the difficulty, tricky maybe, but not tough, a 3 out of 10. Will you finish Evan's story and consider it a closed file? Tell me if you'll plat this short cyberpunk adventure in the comments. What do you do when your bosses send threats? You call the chicken police. That's what. So who are you gonna call? Chicken police. No, that doesn't sound right. That really doesn't sound right. That's what Deborah did when her employer, infamous nightclub singer Natasha, receives mysterious death threats. And the police send out soon-to-retire divorced alcoholic detective Sonny Featherland, reuniting with estranged partner Marty McChicken. The Clawville cops investigate, soon become embroiled in a much bigger and scarier conspiracy. It's up to you to point and click your way to solving the case and popping this platinum. Following a guide will ensure a sub 8-hour platinum completion time with 1 and a bit playthroughs. Without one you could be looking at 10 to 12, but PlayStation.org gives the game a 3.5 out of 10, and I don't do half measures, so honestly it's a point and click. It's a 2 out of 10. What are we talking about here? Come on. For those of you similar to age in my old arse, then this one is a pick of utter nostalgic joy. You see, Super Arcade Soccer may appear on the surface to be a low quality grubby game with a quick and easy platinum, but if you put your platinum pretension away, you may too see the beauty of this little game. And it's highly enjoyable platinum. The trophies are simple and most are earned naturally. 100 goals, 5 in one game, 5 minutes training, and winning a league and cup will earn you a goldie each. There is an option to do these using AI to play the games for you, but it doesn't actually work. Unlike the kind and generous AI from NetherRealm, Arcade Soccer's devs gave the AI a sadistic streak that you are better off not using until you have a healthy points lead. Assassin's Creed Liberation. Yes, you are seeing this correctly, there is in fact an Assassin's Creed game that you can platinum in under 10 hours, and it's low-key one of the most enjoyable stories from the Templar-infested franchise to date. I mean that sincerely, I absolutely loved my time with Abilene and the unique and intriguing environment that 18th century New Orleans provided. The PSMP guide all states it's a 15-hour platinum, but my game time is 9 hours and my friend's is 8, and we both have the platinum. So if you have the platinum, is it minus 10 hours or is it 10 plus hours? Let me know in the comments. Put minus 10 if it's under 10 hours, put 10 plus if it's over 10 hours. Let me know. You have to switch between costumes, which each have a portion of the assassin's abilities, but never all at the same time. And this adds a wonderful dynamic to the old AC formula. The platinum is usual AC fare too, with full synchronization your main goal to uncover the truth of the hidden ending and unlock Julius Caesar, who had absolutely nothing to do with this game and was dead nearly 2 millennia before its 18th century setting. Weird trophy name, weird, but it's also the name of Ezio's middle installment, Brotherhood's Platinum, which is also weird because Caesar had nothing to do with that either. Anyway, 3 out of 10 difficulty, 3 stacks across PS3, PS4 and Vita. Available on Ubisoft Classics with a PS Plus Extra or Premium subscription. Now what I'm enjoying myself as we speak, from the minds that brought us Hades first came Transistor, an isometric tactical strategy action RPG that follows Red after she is attacked by the Camerata. You'll guide Red through the city of Cloudbank, unraveling the plot, leveling up your moves, beating some challenges and finishing the story to earn most of the trophies in this divine cyberpunk adventure. The strategic combat is interrupted by a pause system that allows you a few seconds to plot a move or series of small moves against your enemy. This activates itself when you are extremely low on health. This is a great mechanic that makes the game a little easier but also a little more interesting. It adds to the wonderful overall tone and style of the game. Gloriously hand-drawn aesthetic, a cool original soundtrack, and an almost Souls-like narrative that may appear abstract or lacking cohesion, but Red and Transistor, the Talking Sword, both go through remarkable character arcs that make this game a must-play and a must-plat. 2 playthroughs and a ton of challenges turned tests will be required to reach user level 24 and pop the plat. Yeah, that's lame, man. In around 10 hours. Transistor is a 4 out of 10 difficulty, but very manageable and very enjoyable. Another brilliant and brutal blast from the past you can play and plat on PS Plus Premium's Classic Collection is the devilishly good Twisted Metal, which is simply chaos and carnage incarnate, screeching its way round the corner and speeding into your trophy list from way back when in 1995 and the original PlayStation 1. Updated with some useful additions such as the infamous rewind feature. It also comes with improved graphics, which it needed desperately. This platinum is a bit tricky, and if you played it 30 years ago you'll know why, but thanks to the rewind feature it's all much more doable nowadays at a 5 out of 10. And you can do it in about 5 hours. 5 by 5, 5 out of 10. You gotta do it now, you can't not really, can you? It just sounds right, doesn't it? You'll have to beat the game with every car and get some killing related trophies as well as a few fun miscellaneous trophies to make this platinum worth earning. But don't worry, you can just use a cheat code to jump to the final level and complete that. Is this as fun as it was 30 years ago? Let me know in the comments here on X or on Discord. This absolutely absolutely wonderful neon-laden synth pop masterpiece. So probably the toughest game on this list. Okay, it's definitely the toughest game on this list, but it being hard makes total sense because I got this game from saucy sex bot Boltboy Steve, and hard is his middle name. This 8 to 10 hour, 5 out of 10 rhythmic based action racer comes from the Swedish studio Simogo, and the devs described it as a pop album video game, and honestly that sums it up perfectly. Given a 4K enhancement for the PS5, Sayonara Wild Hearts has never looked or sounded so good. If Gree is a woman's journey to accepting her loss, told through the introduction of colour one at a time in a slow burning, graceful and sombre manner, then Wild Hearts is its drunk, overconfident sister home for the holidays. You follow Lorelei, who, having suffered a broken heart, has retreated to a vibrant cosmic reality where she becomes empowered by the Fool tarot card, and works her way through her emotions to rebuild herself and move on. Told through action and adventure, with music playing an almighty powerful role both in mechanics and narrative. The story unfolds in an obscure fashion, utilising a great amount of symbolism to explain Lorelei's emotional state and move her arc forward so powerfully. Inspired by the classical arts as much as contemporary pop culture and aesthetics, Sayonara Wild Hearts is one of the rare games that pushes the medium forward with a truly artistic approach with intelligent storytelling, themes and iconography, while also being a hell of a lot of fun. Its brilliance is found in how easy it is to pick up and play without overthinking the story, or to replay for countless hours in order to microanalyze every single frame you see and every single note you hear. Thanks Steve, this is a wonderful recommendation, and for more from the vault, check out Steve's epic channel. There's a lot to do to be all done, but I doubt any of it will be a chore considering how genuinely brilliant and addictive this game is. 4 playthroughs are required to unlock every riddle in the game. These vary wildly from quick and easy to longer and far more complex. The platinum will be yours when you complete arcade modes, and one of which is 1 life per level, so requires practical perfection. My favourite game on this list, one of my favourite games period in fact, the launch title that showcased what the PS5 could do, is the exceptional Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. A simple, easy and fantastically fun platinum that hunters and casual gamers alike should all have in their trophy cabinet. And at 10 hours, 2 out of 10 and 1 playthrough, there really is no excuse not to have this multiversal masterpiece in yours. During a parade to celebrate their awesomeness, Ratchet & Clank are attacked by Dr. Nefarious, who steals Clank's latest invention, the Dimensionator, and uses it to send our heroes into unknown realms of the multiverse. The delightful duo must get home and stop Nefarious and the other Nefarious and save the entire multiverse. Luckily, new friends are on hand to help you out in this vibrant and generously designed installment of the series. I say friends, they're more alt-world versions really of our boys, aren't they? Platinum is simple as you like. Finish the story, do a few side things, kill some enemies in certain ways and upgrade your arsenal. Round this off with the collectibles and you'll join the masters of the universe as Rift Apart's Platinum Achiever. That's all for this episode. Plenty to get Platinum in while you wait for our next video. To make sure you don't miss it, make sure you're subscribed, click the bell, and for perks like early access, content making, Zach and your favourite Platinum monthly wallpapers and digital treats, as well as getting your list reviewed and your name in every video, check out the Patreon and channel memberships. Thank you all, be good to each other and yourselves.